Hi everyone, it's great to see you. I am back again out front. We have our 3 completed smaller planters in front, and today we're going to be working on the urns here. So if you remember, we got these set up so they are ready to go. I have my large urn in the middle. I have a 5-gallon nursery pot, which means I can just place something in the center perfectly and I don't have to worry about it. Now I do have some big oak leaves blocking the bottom here, so I'm just going to take those out. Yep, we have more leaves in here, so you do want to make sure you have good drainage at the bottom. And take a look at this arrangement. So I was fortunate to go back to Hidden Gardens in Barrington, Rhode Island and find these arrangements. They are in these cute little cardboard pots here. And here's the wonderful thing about the bag in the pot, or the pot in the urn, is that I can now just take this and lift it right in, and it just situates so gorgeously like that. I love it, and it's a piece of cake. Let me go get the other one. Oh, so pretty. Now I do have some extra berries and ribbons and pine cones that I've saved from past years that I can add in, and you're going to notice that this is sticking up a little bit. So I'm going to add some more garlands of our red Christmas balls around here too, and we'll have this looking beautiful in no time. I'm back with my Christmas garland here. Now I have a lot of creeping Jenny that I can still see around here. I'm just going to put this right over the creeping Jenny. The creeping Jenny is not going to mind at all. It will probably completely die down. That's what I'm expecting. And that's fine. Okay. I'm going to grab some landscape pins. Oops. These are pretty big urns, so I have one full 6-foot garland that I put in, and then I have a second garland that I've cut in half so I can sort of really make the sides of this super full here. I just want to make sure that as many of the Christmas balls are showing as possible. That's looking much better. Better already. Look at that. And you just sort of tuck them underneath, however makes you feel best. This would also work with a garland of greenery too, or a pine cone garland. Any of those would be fine. Just to sort of fill in that space. I love it. Okay, here comes the other side. Oops. Now these I used last year. They're still looking pretty good. Some of them are a little dirty because they do lay in the dirt. And you could certainly wash them off or turn them so that the best side is out. But overall, you know, you're just giving the impression here of lots of holiday decorations. I don't think anybody will even notice. If they're looking that closely, that's okay. Now, this year, just like last year, I'm really highlighting in red. I personally love the bright red for Christmas. I also think that with our brick house here, the red shows up. We sort of play off the off-white, white trim, and then the red of the bricks. A lot of times people will choose to match their Christmas decorations to what's going to look best with their house behind it to show up and really make a nice statement. So each year that I do this, you know, the arrangement often will come with some berries or the birch logs or something else. I always save them from the year before so that when it comes time to decorate this year, I just like have some extra red pieces to put in. And so I'm getting quite a collection now, and I just love that because to me you can't have enough of these fancy little pieces, and this just adds that extra color. Now, if you are serious about collecting some of these fake floral pieces, you might want to consider that those berries that are more of a solid acrylic or plastic usually last much better than those berries that are like a styrofoam covered with the plastic coating. Those the ones that I've had at least, tend to peel off after one season, but they'll last for one season just fine. I think I have more pine cones. So these, I think I want a little higher up in here. We're gonna try at least, see if I like that. Yeah, I like that. I think there's a couple more. Okay. We'll add a few in there. And even if they're just sort of peeking out a little bit, it just gives it a little fuller look. And I like that. Perfect. Yeah, we even have more. Let's put maybe one in here. It's looking good. Now, you saw me use wilt-proof before for those conifers that are in the ground. Wilt-proof is also great for floral arrangements, or like in this case, when you have the conifer branches that are stuck into dirt or into water. This will just keep them going a little bit longer. And just like you have to be careful that your conifers don't completely dry out over the winter, you want to be careful with arrangements like this too. You might need to give them a little water. We've had a really dry season so far here. So, you know, this would be an example of a season that you do need to run out. Just give it a bit and it will keep them going so much longer. And hopefully this will help too. We shall see. But it certainly isn't hurting them to have some wilt-proof on them. So, you know, to me, you do everything you can to keep them going. And I like to leave my greens up all winter long. To me, this is just the winter arrangement look, and it's beautiful. It's bright. It looks like somebody cared enough to do the front here. And that's what we're looking for. Now, if you're lucky, maybe you can get some cuttings from conifers in your yard, holly or, you know, whatever you have. Go ahead and just pack it full in one of your containers. And that just looks so pretty. Okay, my hand is getting tired here. Okay, we're almost there. That looks pretty good. So a couple of years ago, I did get bows with my arrangements, and I save them year to year. You know, you can find some beautiful ribbon right now for wrapping around Christmas trees. Home Goods especially, where I live, has a fabulous selection. And make your own bows, just go for it. And I just have a pipe cleaner on the inside here. This looks really, really good. Okay, sort of. They've been packed away, so they need a little floofing, but they are floofed now. Okay. Now, you can attach these however you would like. Because they have that pipe cleaner, I just come in and wrap the pipe cleaner around the ball garland here. and it doesn't take a lot to get it to stay. And these just sort of flop over and drape in the wind. Every once in a while I have to come out and straighten them or center them again, but you know, if this is your main entrance, you're probably in and out of here enough to notice how they're doing. And I love the bright color, but you certainly could use a white or a gold or a silver or a green. Oh, okay, let's see if this is centered enough. I'm gonna hide my pipe cleaner a bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's windy today, so that's how it's gonna be. So now we have our 2 urns all set, and I have to tell you, I would love to have some curly willow here, or maybe some tall red branches. I'm gonna keep my eyes open for that throughout the season, so you might see that there's an adjustment as we go along, and maybe I'll be adding something to these. But for now, I feel like we are well on our way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.